Aloha and welcome to today's discussion where I thought I'd talk about what do we actually mean by spirituality, because it's a word that I hear used a lot in different contexts, and sometimes it's worth just sitting and taking the time to reflect on what it really means. Now, if you're a person of a particular faith, for example, a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, or whatever, you probably have a reasonably clear definition of spirituality based on your particular faith. But if you're not associated with a particular faith, then sometimes the journey is a bit more interesting and a bit more varied. So, what do we mean by spirituality? When I first went to Hawaii to study Huna, I had no real conscious perception that I was embarking on a spiritual journey. Didn't really cross my mind. As far as I was concerned, I was going to Hawaii. I was going to study some rather cool stuff, and hopefully it would be fun and it would be tropical and it would be Hawaiian and it would be useful and tax deductible. And I just looked forward to it. And even the first time I went, I still didn't really get the spiritual aspect. It took a few goes because spirituality, it's you can't put spirituality in a wheelbarrow. It's a very abstract concept. And at the time, I didn't have a handle on that abstract concept. For me, spirituality is about opening up to source, God, the divine, the higher power, something bigger than me, something that just, it's a sense, a level at which all is one, it's pure potential. I call it source, but it could be the divine or it could be God. And whatever term you use, then that's going to be what it is for you. For me, and I can only speak for me really, for me, spirituality, a large part of spirituality is connection with the bigger whole, connection with the divine, with source. And another aspect of it for me is it's all about a journey towards wholeness. I believe we come into the world actually very whole, but the experiences we have in early life, growing up, and through life itself can sometimes cause us to become discombobulated, to lose sight of the path, to lose sight of who we really truly are, of the truth of our inner lightness. And some people really rediscover it and it takes them through their path. And sometimes people never, ever discover it. They never discover that they really are whole, they are complete, they are beings of light. Because I truly believe that we all are beings of light and we're on a path. So, some of the things that I've seen along the way is, and I've experienced for myself very definitely, is, for example, no sense of direction, no sense of path, no sense of where I'm going. I've experienced that. Have you? I've experienced that sense of being completely discombobulated, or somehow at odds with myself. It's almost like I don't fit into my own skin. And that might be familiar for you. I've had experiences where I just totally denied the any aspect of spirituality whatsoever because it was too abstract, couldn't get my head around it, and I was living in my head, not in my heart. Have you had that experience? Because when we move, the more we move into our heart, the more that connection starts to open up, that connection with other human beings, that ability to show vulnerability, that ability to open up and show the world who you really are. And in showing the world who you really are, starting to actually connect with source, the higher power, the divine, whatever that thing is. Very often, one of the barriers to really having that connection is this living in the head, this allowing the rationale, the logic, the head stuff to dominate and direct, And we're always checking in with that little voice in our head that says, there's no evidence, where's the evidence for this, and you shouldn't do this, and you should do that, and all these things that go on inside our head, rather than trusting the heart and feeling the way into the heart. And actually, in this society that we live in now, in Western society at least, really feeling into the body and trusting the body and allowing the body to play its part. When we listen to the body, when we really listen to the body, then we can have so much, the body has so much knowledge, and we can tap into that deep body knowledge. One of the things that I do is something called voice dialogue. And in voice dialogue, one of the ways of working is to do what we call body dialogue, where you connect with the body as a whole, and you connect if there's a troublesome part, pain in your foot or whatever, you connect in with that part and have a conversation with it. And the wisdom that you discover when you do that, it's extraordinary. But the conscious mind, the rational mind, the logical mind so often denies that wisdom. My body's telling me to have more self-care, to take some time out. But I know I've got these things I've got to do. I've got to do this for work, and I've got to pick the kids up, and I've got to be superwoman. So listening to the body is a great way of starting to really connect with the heart and move out of the head. So I hope these reflections have been interesting for you, possibly useful even. If you want to talk more, please do. Comments below the video, wherever you see it. And you can always book a chat for a conversation, secretartofhuna.com/diary. And I look forward to talking to you or connecting with you somewhere along the way. Take care now.